I wanted to pull it out along with everybody's favorite Rise of Cobra, right? This is a lot better than... Hey, welcome to Joe's Multiverse. I'm Joe, and today the universe that we're going to be visiting is superhero movies and the action figures that represent them. Now, I haven't done one of these videos in a really long time, and I'm really excited about it. This type of video used to be one of the staples of this channel when I first started, and I've been neglecting it for a few different reasons, but I want to get right into this. Now, here's how this works. I am going to take 5 superhero type movies randomly out of this beautiful first appearance Avengers box, a box that I've liked using for a long time for these kinds of things. Now, I'm going to take a movie out, I'm going to show it to you, I'm going to talk to you about it, and I'm going to show the action figure that matches up with that movie. Some of these figures are not going to match up perfectly because they're not the exact representation of the movie, but the character from the movie will be the character of the figure. So let's get started and see what the first movie in this box is. And first of all, oh, how about that? Now, this isn't a live action movie, but it is one of my favorite animated, and it is Daredevil Vs SpiderMan. This is the old school Spider-Man that we grew up watching in the 90s, and it is awesome. And the figure that I have to represent this particular movie here is this wonderful Daredevil. Now, this isn't the Daredevil that's in this particular show, but this is the one that I'm excited to talk about. This is the first time I've pulled it out of this plastic. Still have all the accessories and everything. This was on the retro card back a few months ago, and it has gone to grow in popularity to one of the best Daredevil figures, I believe. And I haven't noticed that, but look at that. Got these cool, what are those, fighting sticks or whatever they're called right there. I didn't notice that he had those before. That is actually really cool. I really like this figure. I've been keeping it in the plastic, out of the package, but still in the plastic. This is the very first time I pulled this out of here. Comes with this nice Matt Murdock head, some extra sticks. They port into each other to make a baton. We got extra cufflinks, or what would you call those? Cufflinks, wristbands or battle bands or whatever, ones that don't have that stick. But boy, I think that's cool. Could you imagine having those on you if you were fighting? It'd be a nice little block, little tap on the old side of the head while you're in the depths of a battle. But this is listen to me. But I really like this. This is the kind of origin of Daredevil in the Spider-Man cartoon, and this is a really cool show. I believe this was kind of like a movie made for TV or something along those lines. It's 80 minutes long, so for an animated old school 90s cartoon, that's pretty good. It's all one show. It's not like this is a series, but this is awesome, and I'm really happy that I could pull this figure out and have a reason to talk about it, because that's what we do here at the FLC. We talk about action figures and superheroes and all this awesome stuff. All right, let's find out what the next movie is. Okay, now, I have talked about this on this channel before, on this particular 5 movies in this box. But I'm assuming you probably haven't seen a lot of those, so I'm going to use this movie again and talk about it again, but I'm going to be referring to a different character, and that's from the Spider-Man Into the SpiderVerse. Still one of my favorite superhero movies. Beautifully done. I think next year or so we'll be getting the sequel, and the action figure that I wanted to talk about when it came to this movie is this guy here, the Prowler. I absolutely love this figure. I'm surprised you can still find this at Walmart. I would hope that people would just be going nuts so much for this figure that it would be all bought up, but it doesn't exclude the fact that it is a fantastic figure. Looks so much like the character in the movie. It's got these great gauntlets. It's got these great colors on there. Not going to be able to focus on it too well at the moment, but you've seen this figure before. It is just fantastic. I love the Prowler. Great figure representing Into the Spider-Verse. All right, what is the next movie we got? Aha! They all can't be winners. And I'm talking about Suicide Squad. Got the old slip cover. Oh, it's a 4K ultra high definition. How about that? Doesn't help the movie one bit. But we are here to talk about the action figure that goes with this movie. The first part of this movie is actually pretty good. I really like it. It's actually, when it gets into the actual plot of the movie, is where it all falls apart, and it doesn't have enough of my man Jared Leto as the Joker. And that's right, I'm a huge fan of Jared Leto as the Joker. And we are looking at two different Jared Leto versions of the Joker. These are from the DC Multiverse before Toddy McFarlane took over and made everything awesome. Right? At least I think so. But I still love my old school DC Multiverse figures, and I really like this version of the Joker. I think he's cool, but that's just my opinion. I know a lot of other people out there feel the same way, but I also know a lot of people don't care for this version of the Joker. But here's two figures representing that movie. Awesome. All right. What else do we got? We got two more to go. Okay. I am loving this choice, and this is the Hulk. We have two movies in this one. I believe I've talked about this before. One of them is the Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine. And Hulk and Wolverine have always been a much more classic and popular matchup. And what I'm going to be doing for this is not from these movies, but it is a Hulk. And it is the best Hulk. This is the new Select, the new Marvel Select that came out a few weeks back, going on almost a month ago now. This is one of my favorite figures of all the figures that I have, not just because it's new, but I just love this figure. Going to be taking very good care of it, going to be playing with it, posing it, and having it out so I can look at it for a long time. And I also have the new Wolverine that came with the House of X wave to represent the Wolverine in the story. So we have the Hulk and Wolverine, and they match up very good. They scale good. They scale great, really. FLC, let me know out there what you're thinking. Let me know how many of you were able to capture this big guy and all of the House of X. I know a lot of people have been particular and picky on which figures they get out of this wave, but it's a great wave. I was going to pass on most of it originally, but I just can't do that being the figure collector that I am. But these look awesome together, and this is just dynamite. I should have done a review on this guy. I still can. I should, because I have so much great things to say about that particular figure of the Hulk. All right, and now down to the last one. Oh, and then there's two in here, but both representing the same thing. And we have this G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Spy Troops, the movie. I tried watching this, and it's very computer animated, and I don't particularly care for it, but I did have it in my box of movies, so I wanted to pull it out along with everybody's favorite Rise of Cobra. Right? This is a lot better than the Retaliation, in my opinion. I thought Retaliation, what they did, but I didn't mind this when it came out. I really liked it. I liked the backstories they gave to everybody, and I know it doesn't hold up to all the traditional, everything that has to do with G.I. Joe, and got a lot of things wrong, and so on and so forth. But I do enjoy this movie. It's a little corny, but I enjoy it. We all have our things. So the figures that I have to go along with that, well, I'm just going to pull out this Viper here, and he's holding onto this gun that I actually had Figurehead make for me. So make sure that you get into the contest to get that custom G.I. Joe figure that Figurehead is making. He's making Spirit. And once I get to my 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving that custom Spirit away right here on the channel, probably on a live chat to one of you FLCers. But here we have, and he made this gun, that's why I bring that up. But we have this awesome Viper here. And then also, they just happen to be sitting here. Two things I got from Jason Patchen is this Cobra here and this lovely Cobra infantry trooper. I do not have him out of the package yet. I will eventually, but we got those, and these are very good representations of G.I. Joe in any form. The movies, the cartoons, the comics, the old 3 3/4. I mean, that's a fantastic looking figure. And so is this one. We'll look at this one a little more because it's out of the package. That's awesome. Got the removable gun right there on the side of the thigh. We got this awesome custom gun that he's got with the Cobra symbol right there. That is awesome. Look how glorious he looks with the different color shades of blue in the red. Wow. And these goggles that make no sense. And the scarf that I don't know how much more sense that makes. But it looks cool, doesn't it? All right. Well, let's do what we used to do on this particular type of episode of Joe's Multiverse and put these movies in order. Okay, I think I got them all in order. This is just my opinion. 1 through 5. We'll start with 5, and I'll do this quickly so all you FLCers can get back to your lives and posing action figures and all the other fun stuff that comes with, you know, life. All right, number 5, I'm going to go with Suicide Squad because it is the weakest movie in this bunch, but in my opinion, not the weakest figure. Very, very cool. All right, number 4. We have G.I. Joe. It's a shame G.I. Joe is like the most popular nowadays, but when it comes to this type of thing, it's just not that great. The figures out there, hard to get as they may, are way better than the kind of video type content that we've gotten over the past several years. But we'll see what happens with the new movie. Okay, next is number 3. Hulk versus Thor, Hulk versus Wolverine. Now this is another case where the figure is way better. Not to say anything negative about this because this is fantastic, but it's just, this figure is just awesome, and so is the Wolverine. We have a lot of Wolverine figures out there. Everybody has their favorite, and this is definitely my favorite Hulk. Did I mention that? All right, and number 2, we have Daredevil versus SpiderMan. I think we can all agree this is awesome, especially if you were fans of the old 90s. And we got the Daredevil figure right there, looking awesome. I'm looking forward to putting him on a shelf when I get all my Daredevil figures together. And number 1, of course, it is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and we have this awesome Prowler. This has to be number 1 because this is a fantastic figure, fantastic representation of the character in the movie, and the movie itself is great. So this is hands down number 1. Let me know what you guys think and what your ratings would be for these 5 movies. And if you want to see a video like this, again, let me know. All right, well, until the next time we enter the multiverse, I will see you later.